Day, and what a game it was. Back and forth, up and down, seesaw. Just like that, the two teams battled through three quarters. First the Vikings, then the Knights. Then the Vikings, then the Knights. First quarter, 7-7. Halftime, 14-14. Third quarter, 21-21. Then, with 5 minutes left and the game still tied, the Vikings offense raced onto the field. Coach Mike's words echoed in their ears. Hold on to the football. He had looked hard at Tiki when he said this. Eat up the clock. And score the game winner. The Vikings huddled. Across the line of scrimmage, the Knights were shouting, "Turnover! Turnover!" But Tiki heard none of it. He only heard Jason calling his number. He only heard the beating of his own heart. He wanted the ball, and he wasn't going to give it up. He wanted the ball, and he got it. Again and again. Tiki, with knees high, spun inside the left tackle. He slammed into and over a linebacker up the middle. He sprinted around a defensive end. He plowed straight ahead behind Rondé, over Paco at right guard. 3 yards, 7 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, again and again. Everywhere he ran, he found a swarm of tacklers. Arms swung out, hands grabbed, fingers clawed at the football. But Tiki never let go. Somewhere deep inside him, a voice said simply, "This half is mine. Mine." Yards piled up. Seconds became minutes. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The clock was winding down. In the huddle, Paco slapped Tiki on the shoulder pads and shouted, "You're doing it, Velcro," as Rondé sighed, "Yeah." On the final play, 3 Knights tackled Tiki, grabbing with all their strength at the ball, but no use. Tiki, head down and clasping the ball to his chest, drove ahead. He struggled free and dove, pushing hard. The game-ending horn sounded. Tiki, still clutching the football, looked from the pile-up to see Rondé grinning. "You can go now. Let go now, bro. You held on for us, and you scored. Game's over." Tiki bounced to his feet and tossed the ball to Rondé. The Vikings were shouting, jumping, and waving. Rondé laughed out loud. "But now we can let it go," he called out. Then he flung the football as high as he could into the air. Victory. Now this book does something interesting, and it tells us a little bit about each of the two authors because they were the ones that were playing the football. Tiki Barber grew up in Roanoke, Virginia, where he wore number 22 for the Cave Springs Vikings, playing alongside his brother Rondé. From 1997 through 2006, he wore number 21 as running back for the New York Giants, where he holds every rushing record in team history. Tiki currently is a Yahoo News correspondent. He lives in New York. Rondé Barber wore number 21 for the Cave Springs Vikings when he was growing up and playing football in Roanoke, Virginia with his brother. Today, he's one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL and wears number 20 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rondé is a Super Bowl champion, a 5-time Pro Bowl selection, and the first cornerback in the history of the league to have at least 20 sacks and 30 interceptions in a career. He lives in Florida. And there we see some pictures of them, Tiki, Rondé, and them as little boys, probably playing with the Vikings. Now, since this book was copyrighted in 2006, Tiki now is a CBS Sports reporter for the radio station they have, and Rondé is a Fox Sports analyst. So, one more time, we see that dream big dreams and they will come true.